3.
Oh, are we supposed to?
Hey, you start to wake up. You notice that everyone else is, starting to wake up as well. You notice your hands are bound and your mouth has been gagged.
Ah, they didn't want me insulting them anymore.
You
What?
also notice that you and your compatriots are missing quite a few of your stuff.
Do you already remove it from the character sheet, or do I have to do that now?
Oh, leave it there.
Just
Oh,
pretend
okay.
you don't have it.
Just don't have it.
Okay.
You notice you're moving in a carriage, it seems.
Oh.
And there seems to be an intense amount of heat just, building up in the carriage.
Can I ask what the gag is made out of? Is it like a cloth one, or?
It's cloth, yes. At this point, Rupta, you also start to wake up.
I was gonna say, would I have any chance of being able to chew through it given enough time?
Rupta, you're also bound. Everyone is bound, but it seems only a few specific people have been gagged. You can see Leolen has been gagged. Rupta, you've also been gagged.
Is it because we've shown spellcasting proficiency and they don't want us to do
And
that check?
yeah, and Adair has also been gagged.
Yeah.
Quick question.
You notice there's actually one more person in here other than you. This person has been you can't even see what they look like. Like they've got like a bag over their head, and they've like been completely bound.
It's a good thing they didn't bound the rat then, right? It can chew through our ropes.
You actually can't see where Shadow and Sorel are.
God damn it.
Quick question. I assume we've got ropes. We're bound by ropes, then, yeah?
Yep, it seems like it. We're also gagged.
I'm
Yes.
asking the DM, right? So if we're bound by ropes,
Yes.
we've got none of our weapons or anything like that on it. No daggers, no javelin.
Actually, this is something that I will allow. You can sneak in one small item. It has to be a small item.
Right.
Only one though.
This answer has changed from DM to DM. I've known some people say it's about hand size. I've heard other people say it's like half the size of a backpack. How big is an alchemy jug? Like in this universe, is it something I could do that with, or is it
No, no.
no? It's one of the bigger ones, right?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna look in the explorers pack because it's been a while since I've had a look through there. Okay.
Probably
Right, fuck
been
it.
on
I'm going to do an improvised attack. I know this is a bit weird, but I'm gonna slam the ropes in my knee. I'm gonna attempt to knee my ropes. In fact, I just need to double check something on Paladin because I've never done one. I need to check if Divine Smite is vocal because I don't think it actually has a vocal component. So no, the spell ones where you use a bonus action to do it instead of where you just hit is. Yeah. Like, don't say I need to do anything. I can just do it. So I'm gonna attempt to hit the rope by kneeing it, which is just a strength check. Stay out proficient. Does a 9 hit the ropes?
It rustles the rope a bit, but it doesn't do anything else. You
Hmm.
hear a knocking.
Does it do damage?
No.
Right.
Hey, keep it down in there.
I'll inwardly sigh, waddle towards or wiggle towards the paladin,
I'm
and
going to.
gesture towards my thigh where I probably strapped my fucking hidden dagger. If you can grab it, it's yours.
Is it there?
Am I allowed to smuggle a dagger since it's small?
You have a dagger.
I do own a dagger, yes. I would have
Yes,
kept
you
it
can.
strapped to my thigh, just like right in there. So unless they strip searched me, it's gonna be there.
Yeah, no, you can take the dagger.
And yeah, just gesture to my thigh and just go.
I will. I will take it out, and I will cut his ropes and pass the dagger back to him.
And I'll go ahead and start cutting everyone else's ropes as quietly as I can.
And
Alright.
I'll undo my gag.
You notice the carriage stops.
Oh boy.
Notice like a slit opens up. Okay, you lot, we're stopping here for a break. No funny business. Remember, you're in a desert and you're surrounded. Don't want you running off.
Right.
You see through the slit that the person talking to you was a goblin before he just closes.
Just going to move my gag slightly. So we can't murder our way out of this, right?
Mm,
I shrug and put my fists up. Right. I'm ready.
Maybe
You
take
watch
the.
as the carriage door opens. All right, you lot, come out one at a time.
oh boy.
I'm going to take the lead because I have the highest performance and act like I'm still fucking tied up, even if I'm not. Is that possible, DM?
Okay. Yes, roll me deception.
Wouldn't be a performance for that? Okay. 13. Ah, fuck, that's not good.
Below average.
Yeah, the goblin doesn't really seem to be paying attention.
Oh, good. Only we had enough time to discuss if we should bother taking a hostage. Oh.
You also notice that apart from this carriage, there's like a few others. You notice, like from one of the other carriages, like some more people that are bound are coming out.
How the heck did they grab all these people?
Well, they are
Notice that,
slavers.
yeah, You notice at one end a bunch of like bugbears just keeping guard of another carriage, and this hobgoblin just ordering some other hobgoblins and goblins around. You do now notice that there's one figure in particular standing out. This weirdly robed figure carrying a gnarled staff. You're just watching all this.
What kind of staff?
Gnarled.
Did we get a long rest?
Gnarled.
Yeah. Snarled and twisted.
Did we get a long rest from us being unconscious?
That's a good point. How long has it been?
You're actually not sure how long it's been.
By the position of the sun in that
Well-
break, I would say it's noon.
That aside, we don't directly know how long it is. Was it long enough for us to get our stuff back? Because I'd probably
Say
know.
yes.
Yeah, right, cool. So I was going to say we'd probably know how many spell slots we had, how much energy we were feeling.
An unrested rest, but you know, if it works, it works.
they start rounding you up and position you in this in one particular side. They're like keeping you and like all the other everyone else separated. All
Why?
right, you lot, we're gonna keep a watch on you. No funny business.
I'll give
Yeah.
I'll give my best kind of lethargic nod, just fuck, get this over with.
This ain't gonna get better.
DM, you are roboting really hard.
DM do be a roboto.
Wait, wasn't I the first one to open? Doesn't that make me the... Oh, fuck, should we... I know you guys are in Europe and I'm in the US, so maybe one of you should host if that's how this works.
Everybody leave!
Okay.
I just
Oh.
genuinely don't know if it
Touch 'em.
hosts based on the first person.
It does host from first person normally. Unless
Oh.
it drops unless they drop and it reconnects.
Oh, okay then.
So one of the goblins takes point, and the others just gather. They don't like gather around you. They just like start spacing out.
DM, would I be able to have moved my gag enough to, I don't know, whisper gently because I'm considering something? Just, I guess I'll point at the paladin first, gently send a message, just... So, you think we should start a fire or something to, or just go along with this?
Go along for now. See where it goes.
And I guess that's all I'll do for now, since I'm fine with seeing where it goes. It's not like my life can get worse.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to get worse. Don't you know these guys? These are slave sellers.
So we'll wait till
After
our
about an
opportunity.
hour, one of the goblins just changes positions with one of the others.
Would I be able to use perception to see if I can, I don't know, check the guard timing? I mean, the timing everyone has for changing guard.
Yes.
Okay, roll it, I'm guessing. It'd be real nice if we had the cleric with guidance. Okay, whatever. Or
Have it.
if anyone gave me a hand, 20.
1 minute. I do have guidance, but I think it's touch. Yeah, it's touch. I'm close
Seems that,
enough to.
it seems that change every 1 hour.
Okay, I'll make a note of that. Just pass it along to the paladin, and everyone else be using the message cantrip just slowly.
As the guards are changing shift, I'm gonna cast minor illusion. I'll make it seem like just some random ass dwarf about 10 foot away from us is just digging a hole super fast. Like just slowly going underground. You know, like I was doing anime, where we just do the same action, but when we just slowly sink in. Just gonna.
Minor
gonna
illusion can pull off consecutive images.
It's just one image of a dwarf digging. Like just.
You see one of the goblins go off to investigate.
But it's gonna disappear underground before the goblins get there. Like look around and go like, because it says there's no limits on how complex it is. So
Ah.
like there you
The
go.
goblin
As long as it
goes
can
over.
fit within a 5 foot area, I could literally
Yeah,
do.
yeah. The goblin goes over, scratches his head, like just starts squinting, walks back.
And I'm just gonna randomly do it. Like when he turns round, he'll turn back round and he'll see like maybe a elf digging, trying to get away, and as he gets over, they'll just vanish. Just gonna fuck with them for a bit. No.
What are
Yeah,
they?
after a while, this goblin is starting to look very confused.
Is he paranoid yet that we're gonna try digging too?
Ooh.
No, I'm acting like we don't see anything.
Should we roll performance for that?
I'll just tell you guys not to look at it. Like we'll be talking here, and it'll just like happen like over here or something. We'll just act like it ain't going down.
I mean, I've already got the dead fisheye look nailed from,
Did do
general
I know
depression.
anything about this band of pirates?
Slavers.
Yeah, slavers or pirates or whatever. If they employ goblinoids for land travel or something like that. Did we already get passed along to someone else and sold, or is this still the same faction?
That'd probably be a history check. I mean, given my background, the backstory background, I might be able to give you a hand. Would that be a history check, DM, to see if he knows about the slave trading ring?
Yeah, that would be a history check.
I'll go ahead and give you some help
Let us
because
see. That's pretty good.
19 would be good.
So you know that there are quite a few slave trading rings around. You're not particularly sure which one this is. However, something about figure with staff is a bit odd. Like, looks familiar. It looks like they themselves don't look familiar, but like the clothing and stuff does. You're not sure why.
Oh no, my fiance hired them to bring me back to a loveless marriage.
It's not the same one that captured us now, or is it?
No.
Oh ho, that's good. We might have more chance. We might have a better chance of fleeing if that's the case. I I shall commemoratively inform the party that we are in different hands and we have a better chance of escaping, probably.
Would it be an investigation or a perception to look around for anything that could be used for an escape attempt later?
That would be investigation.
Anyone want to give me a hand just tilting my head and looking around, trying to act like I don't know where the fuck we are and I'm just trying to get bearings?
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Close enough for him to me to touch to give him guidance. I think it's just touch.
It
I mean,
does.
I've cut everyone's ropes, but I advise you pretend you still have them on. Just be sneaky about it.
Yeah.
See if we're close enough so I can touch his back with, like, so say we're facing back to back. Something along
Just
those
touch
lines.
me with your pinky, or just like accidentally step on my foot or
If
some
you-
shit.
Yeah, I suggest rolling either stealth or sleight of hand if you want to be sneaky about it.
What if you just
Yeah.
want to act like you fucking tripped on me or some shit? Would that be a
That
performance?
would
Getting
be
up to
that would be performance.
Whichever's better then.
let's have a look. Stealth, sleight of hand's all a one. So performance. Go with that. Nope.
Fine. It might be enough. Can I help him sell it by
Goblin
making
watching-
out being in pain?
Yeah, the goblin watching you still being fucked around with. Like, he just keeps going back and forth, and he doesn't really notice what you're doing.
Okay, then with the help action and the guidance, let's go with investigation. 16 plus a d4. 18. I spot anything that would be useful for escaping later. I don't care if it's something I can use to start a fire that will cause a panic or anything like that.
Okay, so you managed to find like a log.
I'm not going to be able to lift that.
You also find a cactus as well.
Cactus and a log.
Yeah, and you also find a rock.
Not sure what the DM has in plan or what MacGyver bullshit he expects me to pull.
Rocks are great. You can smack them over people's head.
It's magic stone and throw it at someone.
Eh, eh. I'll grab the stone and just pocket it lightly for the time being.
Cactuses are good too. You can throw people
I
into
can't.
them.
I can't shove a cactus down my pants to hide it.
Not with that attitude.
After switching for about a few hours, all right. One of them comes over to you. If your food do anything funny, he starts handing you out some like it.
Hardtack, I'm guessing.
How are we supposed to eat with
No, just bread.
How are we supposed to eat with our hands
Uh,
tied?
And they also start giving you like some water.
Mm-hmm.
How
If
many
they're
people are?
ungagged,
How many hostiles are in this camp? Or how many are around us?
Okay, so around you guys, there's about 8. There's also 8 hobgoblins in another area, and there's also 8 bugbears in another.
Alright, yeah, never mind.
Plus,
There's too many. I get it. There's too many to take these down and sneak about. Yeah, I'll take them food and water, and I'll be a good prisoner.
yeah. If they're gonna ungag us, I might as well just, since I noticed the cactus, I ask you for just one favor. I've never been in the desert and I've always heard cactus juice is good. Could you maybe cut that one open? Would it be a persuasion?
yes, that would be persuasion.
21.
Pretty good.
You know what? I'm doing it not for you, but I want to taste some as well. He just goes over and just starts cutting the cactus open.
Cactus juice? Isn't that just water?
He gives you some and has some, and he takes them for himself. Yeah, tastes a bit like water.
Fuck's sake. You just got
I've heard it's
yourself some...
healthier.
Got some fucking free water? That's unfair.
I heard it's healthier. I'll just manage that with the light shrug, still acting like I'm tied up. Take a sip. I'm going to keep the cactus flesh, though. Able to use the needles or something.
If you're attempting to keep that, I would say roll a sleight of hand to just sneak in.
I'd be able to grab the needles while I'm just drinking from it.
Yes, but I would still need a sleight of hand check.
Yeah, that's a no. I'd probably stab myself in the fucking hand with the needles. Just, oh, fuck.
Yeah, you like grab it and just like, yeah, the needle just goes through your hand. You take 1 point of piercing damage, just kind of back away.
Just as he's looking at me with intense pain on my face like that. Just, thanks a lot. Trying to be courteous, but clearly in pain.
He just shrugs and just walks away.
Hey, at least he didn't confiscate the needles. And a glance to the other guys. One of you dig this out of my hand. You might be able to use the needles or something. Oh, God.
I just pull it out. And
Sorry. Not
I'll
very
pull
good
it
at
out.
knitting.
I'll pull it out and I'll just thread it into my chainmail.
You don't have your chainmail.
Well,
So
into
I'm,
their
so am I
clothes, I
naked then?
assume.
No, you're wearing your clothes.
I have no clothes.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Naked
Just have
Yes,
a-
you do.
Naked
Meanwhile, Ard is just like lightly kissing at his wound. This makes it better, right? Mom said it makes it better.
Well, then I put it into my clothes then. Just link it in. No, like how you put a sewing needle through stuff. Just leave it halfway in.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. So it don't stab me. But I'll just have a few of them.
At this point, the sun is starting to go down, and they start essentially making like makeshift tents. They also make one for you guys as well. It seems that although they are like slavers, they want to keep their goods and they want to keep their
Well,
goods
that's just
in
common sense.
good condition.
That's just common sense. You want to keep your goods in a condition where people will want to buy them, so it seems fine. As soon as we're in the tent, I'm just gonna look around. So we got needles and a rock. Anyone got any ideas?
Well, what we could do is try to find where our stuff are.
I I don't think any of us are sneaky enough for that. No offense.
If.
Rugs. Well, we either try to sneak or we fight everyone.
I mean, I could maybe make a distraction and you guys could do it, but I'm gonna get my fucking ass beat for that.
Well, don't you like getting your ass beat?
Why don't we
No.
just why don't we just run away?
Because-
Just try and sneak out, get our shit and fuck off.
I could make
Oh,
a
I
run
thought you were
for
just
it, I
gonna
guess.
suggest. And I'd say it's probably Jim, given the background that I ended up giving myself for this, would I have knowledge that it's really fucking cold in the desert at night and we don't really have a heat source?
I mean, that's just common sense.
Well, I mean, it's common sense if you live in the desert. I don't think most people would.
It's a bit better if you're next to an oasis. The water's pretty good at keeping warmth.
I'm just gonna glance over because it's really fucking cold in the desert at night, and
And it's really warm during the day. What would you prefer? Cold where you can keep yourself warm or warm where you can't keep yourself cold? I know what I prefer.
I'm more saying we don't really have a heat source or anything we could use for that, do we?
We don't really have a source to keep us cool if we're trying to run them during the day. Either way, we're fucked through temperature.
Look, you really want to try when we don't know where the fuck we are?
Well, you can sit on your ass and you can go into slavery, but I'm fucking not being someone's slave.
I'm just
You
saying,
guys are probably just arguing with each other over this, and they're just there, just looking at you with like a really happy face.
Man just doesn't talk.
Well,
I'll
yeah.
finally glance over at our other guy. Does he still have the bag over his head?
Individual. Yes.
I'm
They're
going
still
to.
bound and gagged. By the
I'm
way,
going.
when you went to cut their stuff, you realize that unlike the rest of you, they were bound with metal.
Oh, I'm guessing the bag on their face isn't metal, though.
About that.
Oh my fucking god! Did you put them in the fucking 20th or 19th century prisoner mask?
Well, it's more like, have you played The Evil Within?
No.
I think I have.
None of you.
I have, yeah.
So one of the enemies has like has a metal like box head
Ugh.
Oh god.
or like that.
Stop from
fuck.
Pyramid Head.
Anyone
Oh,
fucking
wait,
know how to use lockpicks so we can at least get this jackass's opinion?
No.
Step aside. I can't use a lockpick, but there is something I can do, and it's still really quiet.
I was gonna say I'll hand you the rock if you plan to smash it, but okay.
Pass me the rock will do better.
I pass you the rock.
In fact, the rock could do. In fact, God, never mind. The rock could be too loud. So on his wrist manacles, and I'm doing this with my fist as well, so it's going to be quiet even when I hit. I'm going to whisper to Guy. Now, don't shout. This might sting a little, and I'm just going to punch the Well, first things first. I'm going to cast. Which one is it?
Divine smite again.
No, because you do that when you hit. You can, if you put on a smite, you can divine smite as well as a different kind of smite.
Yes.
So you
yes,
can
you
just super fucking stack smites. Was it raffle smite I had?
can. Spell list time.
What the fuck?
I,
Hey,
I'm
hey, you're late. You finally stopped jerking it to honeycomb.
I am actually so I completely forgot. I normally have Jen freaking like poking me. She's normally here actually when she does it, and it's just like I forgot.
I can't believe you spent an hour jerking it to honeycomb.
Anyway,
I got a new personal best
I'm not
Anyway.
gonna comment on that one.
for the score.
Flags
Yeah.
here. We're currently tied up in a slavers' camp, surrounded by a
News,
stupid
I
amount
cut
of
our ropes.
enemies.
Just don't let on that you have your ropes cut.
So I'm going to cast Wrathful Smite.
Also drag your token out into this desert hole that we're shut in.
Which ones we using today?
Heroes. So, Cobalt Fight Club.
So I'm going to cast Wrathful Smite.
Oh my god, there's two of them!
What? How?
Multiplied! They multiplied!
How do I get rid of the?
Press the button that
Click
says
on one and hit
delete on your
delete.
keyboard.
Maybe the
Did it
monk
out.
would be better at shattering chains with their hands.
I can do extra damage. He can do a D4 plus Dex. I can do Strength plus a lot of other shit.
Okay.
In fact, I'm not going to do Divine Smite. This should work. I'm just gonna double check the wording, because I might be doing Divine Smite, but I just want to check the wording. Maybe it'll work. I won't cast any smite. I will keep the spell slots, but I will slam my knee into. Well, I'll just punch his braces. Hit it! And I think a natural 20 hits. Woohoo!
That is
Yeah.
pretty good.
Shatters it.
So that is a D4, but I have to take 1 or 2. So that is 1 plus 1 multiplied to 2, plus 3 from my strength to 5 damage. And where is it? And it can have one of these as well. Skadoosh! So 18 damage on the cuffs, which, by the way, is pretty much silent, because I just punch it, and God makes it go.
Which god are you even worshipping, by the way?
Okay, so you
I'm
managed
not,
to
it's
like
my
break
rejection
this
of God, or
break
whatever.
this, yeah, you might break this person's cuffs, but they're still chained up, like there's chains around their body.
Being pulled open now, or is it all
It's a
linked?
start. Maybe the chains have a lock of their own, and if you destroy it, it will just slide off if they move a bit.
Well, there were no chains described when I did this. Otherwise, I
What?
would have just smashed the chains off the fucking wall instead of
How many of
wasting
you
a spell
guys-
slot.
How many of you guys have good dexterity? We could maybe pick it. We have needles and shit.
I'm
On the
okay.
other hand, this person can now move their hands a bit.
Pretty
So
good.
Wait. The wizard isn't here, but technically the wizard is here. Can they cast knock? I don't know if it's a spell they've got. I will ask.
Knock would fuck us over.
I don't
Knock
give a
is
fuck.
they
loud.
don't. Knock is loud, and they don't have it.
Hey, Monk, how's your dexterity look?
My dex is pretty good. We're 17.
You want to hand him the needles and see if he can pick the lock on these chains?
I hand over a needle. It's like, here you go, sweetie. Try to pick those locks. Can't just be a dex check because it's
Or
not.
limit on the amount you can use guidance. I could just.
Guidance and a dex check.
And I will
Yeah.
hold the chain still so he gets advantage because I'm using the help action.
Advantage plus a d4 plus a. Would it be sleight of hand or just
No.
regular dex?
It would just be regular dex because sleight of hand. Thieves' Tools is a separate one because you don't have proficiency. It would just be a dex check because
Okay.
that's just a d20 plus dex, no proficiency. Unless the DM wants to do sleight of hand. But
You could do sleight of hand if you want. If you don't have proficiency in thieves' tools.
I do not, so I'll go with sleight of hand.
Okay. Advantage, you also get
you've got a
plus
d4.
1d4, so hit the d4.
Get him there.
What?
Just
Roll
you see
a
the dice
d4.
thing on that? You see the dice thing on the sidebar? Just hit that and hit d4.
That is my.
19.
Hey, you actually managed to pick the lock on the chains, and they fall off. And upon closer inspection, you notice that there were a lot of chains. So you couldn't tell what this person was, but you can now tell that this is a very strong woman.
Oh, good. We have an ally. I'm guessing the helmet is similarly locked.
Yes.
Is she going to try to rip it off herself, or should we try to pick that too?
She doesn't seem to be trying, so it's probably she can't.
Okay. You want to try to pick that too, Monk? Or you want to leave well enough alone? We have a few needles in case you fuck up.
It's nighttime. If we want to make a revolution and get set free, this is our best shot. Might as well
So-
try.
I
We
mean,
can
do
give
you?
guidance and help again, so
I mean, if you want me to, I can do it.
go ahead. There's no reason not to.
Yeah, I'll give you help again. I'll hold it steady.
Give him guidance.
No reason not to use guidance.
That's
So
even
that
better.
would be the 19 plus a 4. Just 1d4. Let's go for it. Yeah, 20 is still
Good enough for 20.
Okay, you manage to clamber on top of her and you start picking the lock on the box head helmet on her, and it falls off. You notice she has very rugged but feminine features.
Is she still
Uh,
gagged or?
No, she has like a scar running across like both eyes, and you notice her like her eyes are very clear, and she has like white hair.
What
She
is
doesn't
she
say
like?
anything.
Like what
She just
race?
sits down.
Is she human?
You're not sure.
I'll just go ahead and send her a little message. So, you want to get in on this escape attempt, or
Telepathic as well. Unless she's literally cannot think, she can respond.
She responds with a simple yes.
okay? It's like we have a new ally for this.
Well, let's get to sleeping then. It's not sleeping. Sneaking.
Alright. Should we free everyone else? Might be
Who has
good
the
for a
worst?
distraction at least.
If
For
we
us to-
can. But I think
say
our
we get our
priority should
stuff
be
first.
ourselves.
I mean,
Agreed.
Locate object.
think
I
about it.
don't know.
We don't know exactly how far away from the sea we are and from the nearest settlement. So if we just head off by ourselves, we might just starve and or die from dehydration. We
Look,
might
we
just
can
have
take
to
a
take over
hostage
the
if we need
whole.
to.
We might just have
We
to
can
take
take-
over the whole camp.
I'd rather die through my own choices than live in
We
slavery.
can take a hostage from the slavers if we need to. They're not good people. No one's gonna give
don't-
a fuck.
I don't think they'd care if we took a hostage, to be honest. They'd be like, ooh,
I
you're
mean,
gonna
as a
kill
guide.
Greg.
I mean, as a guide.
All right, all right.
Maybe.
Think about this. We can do this. As long as we can take down a couple of them at the start, we can just use their weapons and fight off like that.
It would be easier to sneak, and I still have 2 bardic inspirations I can give to the people who suck at stealth, like myself.
You notice. Okay, so this woman is like taller than all of you. She just starts writing in the sand, and just points to the goblin that's you know guarding you.
What does the writing say?
It says I'll take him.
Oh, okay.
All right, sure. We're gonna do takedowns now.
I'll just gesture with my hand as if to say, "After you."
Well, I was gonna try and pull him in, but yeah, if you're confident.
That's
Give
all.
a help
Walks up
action
behind
to
the
her.
No, she just walks up behind the goblin and just basically she gets both of her hands. No, she doesn't get both hands. She gets one of her hands and just makes one swift motion and just
Isn't that?
beheads him.
Oh,
Beheads with a hand.
oh, okay. She has a haymaker.
She's strong. I'm gonna go ahead and
Oh, no,
drag
she's-
the corpse in
She
here.
doesn't even make a punching motion. She just like makes a like the karate chop motion. That's what she does.
I'm just gonna go ahead and drag the body in here. Is there anything we can use on it, DM?
Let's see. The goblin had some leather armor.
Probably too small for us. Wait, no, Kobold is. Wait, no, he has unarmed.
Might be big enough for you.
A stim-
You
a
being a small person.
guitar.
Yeah, the scimitar.
I'll
Anyone?
Yeah.
I'll fetch the scimitar. I can't punch that hard, so I might as well take this.
A short bow.
How many arrows with it?
I think they asked how many arrows.
Yeah, I just asked how many arrows come with the short bow. How many did he have on him? You okay, DM?
I guess the football's getting rowdy.
You're not roboting, but I didn't hear an answer. Just you said short bow and then cut out.
Yeah, 20 arrows. 20 arrows.
Okay, that seems like it would be good for a fighter. You are a fighter, yes, Skunk?
I already got the scimitar.
I mean, I don't think anyone else can use a short bow and arrow.
I can use literally every weapon.
No,
Proficiency
then go
in
ahead and take-
simple and martial weapons.
No, then go ahead and take the short bow. We'll probably use that for stealth if we need to.
We'll take it.
Just a quick one. I assume we've had like our stuff taken off us, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
most of it. You can smuggle one small.
But you're a fucking monk, it don't matter. You just walk up to someone and be like, I've got fists, feet, and a tail. What the fuck are you gonna do? Headbutt! So, you know, you've got options, we don't.
Time to break some kneecaps.
I can touch
You
people
do-
3 times and make them explode. You can do that every day.
Yeah. You do notice that there's like 2 other guards, not near you, like one guarding the caravan and one guarding the other prisoners. One of them is a hobgoblin and one of them is a bugbear.
I'm gonna glance around, poke my head out of the tent. Do I see any light sources around?
There is a light source for every tent, so there are 2 other light sources.
And I'm going to glance at the paladin. Think you can knock those out? Since you got the short bow.
Rogue. Maybe. I'm just double checking to see if I can use strength.
You want to
Don't-
try?
Well, it doesn't say I can't, but can you only use strength with heavy
Ranged weapons are strictly dexterity.
No, Nox longbow can use strength.
No,
Barbarians can use. Yeah, they can.
No,
no, it can.
yeah, no, I know longbow and heavy crossbow.
Yeah, there are
Strength
ways. There are ways
yeah, and
strength people can use range weaponries,
Oh,
not
we
just
have got-
goblins and shit.
Wait, no, guidance can't do 2-hit, can it?
Are they?
No.
Is there
I mean, I
is
have
there a
2
counterpart
bardic
to
and-
finesse?
Heavy.
I mean,
No,
I have 2 bardic
the only thing
inspirations,
that
so-
heavy does is make it so small creatures and smaller can't use it. That's it.
I'm pretty sure it
know
means you
what?
have to use strength.
No.
I do have 2
All
bardic
melee weapons.
inspirations.
Oh yeah.
All melee weapons are strength unless they have finesse. So heavy does not make it strength.
You know what? I have 2 bardic inspiration. We'll shoot the first one, and if it misses, you can use the bardic inspiration, and they'll just pop another one on you since we need this.
Yeah,
to be
but
better for
I can
them.
only attack once. And if there's 2 stood next to each other, it's not going to make much of a difference.
Ha-
We're
So
just
it's
going
just
for the
like
lights.
last-
We're
they're
going for
not
the lights.
no. The guards are not stood next to each other. They're quite spaced out.
Right.
I was asking about getting the lights out, not because that would probably cause enough of a panic that they're not going to be near our tent.
How far away are they, and how far away is the light? Shit, that's 10 foot. Never mind. I just fuck it. Let's just sneak and get our weapons.
Yeah, you're spaced out like 120 feet away from each other.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's just go get our weapons.
Oh, then it wouldn't matter that we're. I mean, that's 80 to 320 feet of shot, but I mean, as long as we avoid the light, we should be fine.
Do we know how many slavers there are?
We got told at around 24, 8 of goblins, 8 of hobgoblins, 8 of bugbears.
If you want,
Right.
we can switch the scimitar
And
for
one
the law.
miss
For the...
and one mystery individual.
Oh, yeah, there's
If
that guy.
If you
I'm
want,
just going
we can we can switch the short bow for the scimitar. You can use strength
I
for
would-
that if you
I
want.
would prefer it because I am a strength user.
All right, we'll
I'm
switch.
also going to send another message to our temporary party member and friend. They have your stuff too. Should we be looking for anything?
I assume maybe she just used.
She looks back at you and communicates with the message.
What's the score?
Not on my stuff. If they had my stuff, I would know it would be here. It is not here.
Any weapons you're good at that we
Hey.
can get out of that stuff then?
Her hands. She is good with her hands. Let's go.
Oh, okay. Guess we're gonna start. Does anyone have bad enough stealth that they want a vicious bardic inspiration?
I
A
will-
vicious inspiration.
I will take one.
Is that where you would get all up in someone's face and insult them until they can do it good?
Yeah, sure. Just gonna look at the paladin. I know you're kind of absolute shit at this, but you have to do it now.
Surely the paladin doesn't have armor, which surely helps.
It means I don't get disadvantage on my stealth checks. I still get a +1 because of my dex, but you know.
Anyway, take bardic inspiration. I can't do it
thank you.
myself, or I would because I have 2. Anyone
Everyone
else
roll
have worse
stealth.
dex?
Roll.
Oh, I have
Before we
a
do,
1 for
does
stealth.
anyone else have worse stealth than 2?
It's a D6,
me.
yeah?
I'm
I
okay.
believe it's a d6, yes.
Oh,
Recovered.
13. That's not too bad.
Yeah, I only have a
Stealth.
1.
That's pretty goddamn good.
We're doing okay, boys. We're doing okay. We're doing okay.
Me,
All right.
being afraid I'm going to have the worst stealth. Also me. 20.
Which light source are you
What
going
the?
to
What? Confused.
Sorry, what were you saying, DM?
Which light source are you heading towards?
Didn't sorry, I can't remember the cleric's name, but I'm pretty sure they said the cast locate object to find their stuff.
Hammer.
Yeah, for their hammer. So you should, like a radar, it should be like it's literally in that direction. So we should
Yeah.
be heading towards that instead of the light.
Okay, you cast a locate object, you realize that your hammer is not here.
Ah.
Well, it does mention to locate the nearest similar object. So is there a warhammer nearby? Just for future reference.
Or
There
a
is not a
heavy
warhammer
two-handed
nearby,
weapon.
no.
Okay, that's fine then.
And you know what? I'll go ahead. Can you give me guidance and I'll see if I can spot any tent that looks like it would be for supplies, because that seems like our best bet for anything we need.
Well, he will write in the sand. I can create water. We just need to hunt for food, so we don't need to go rummaging through stuff.
That's pretty good. Someone that
Isn't
can
it create
water.
food and water?
No, just I just have create water, create and destroy water.
That's okay.
Well.
That's
Anyway,
okay. Water
yeah.
is the most important part, anyways.
Can you guys give me help, or does anyone have a better perception than 3 first?
No.
Mine's a 0.
Yeah, I have 5 in total.
Get 5? Someone
Yeah.
give him help and guidance so that he can see if he can notice a tent that looks like it's
He
for
can give
supplies.
guidance to himself because I think he's the only one who's got it, unless you do.
Oh,
And
yeah, guidance
you
yourself.
can just help him because you were asking about the original one.
Okay, we'll do
I'll
that then.
give help. Yeah, you needed that. 1d4.
Yeah,
Can't roll well all the time.
Oh,
Okay, so you kind of squint your eyes at it. You notice that the bugbear is like quite cautiously guarding the van in particular.
that looks like our target.
Never thought of that's where the valuables are.
Who knows? I still think we might be better off freeing everyone else so we have a bigger army and confusion sets in.
DM, what's going on with your mic?
What do you mean?
It sounds like
It's just
you've got a
blowing
fan
smoke.
constantly blowing into it,
You
like
got a fan?
directly into it.
The noise suppression keeps going off.
Your
Well, it's
fan's too
better than the
close.
bongo drums I hear from Jay.
The bongo drums?
Yeah, I heard some weird shit from you for a second.
What? Just now?
Yeah.
Oh, that was me just adjusting the boom arm for the mic.
What the fuck?
That's
Why
okay.
does it sound like whatever?
It's really cheap, and the springs on it are really naff, so they creak a lot.
Whatever.
Okay. Are you sure you shouldn't be the bard with those drums?
Let's continue with the game.
Yeah.
I still think we should maybe try to set some people free and try to set some commotion going.
We should probably get supplies before we do that, so we don't have them all die instantly.
Is that goblin from earlier dead?
Yeah. We dragged him into the tent.
And
So not unconscious, actually dead.
They
Yeah,
have no
beheaded.
head. Think about that one.
Did you want to wear his skin and pretend to be taking us somewhere?
No, I was going to say we should set them on fire and just let them run to the others. But if they're dead, that's not going to work.
To be honest, the rest of our party is still in that tent, unless they're with us, just silently. So, setting fire to something might be a bad idea, because I did originally think about it, but then don't think the rest of the party would be happy coming back to find out we burnt the rest of the party alive.
I can't really think of much. I have to convey everything through hand gestures anyway.
I'll go ahead and send message to our other party member, our friend right now. Think you can take him easily, or should we just try to sneak in? Since I'm basically the only one that can communicate with her easily.
She looks at you. I can take him.
Will it be quiet, though?
She was quiet enough with the other guy, didn't even scream.
Just have to make sure, because we don't want them alarmed before we get weapons and equipped.
We've all got some form of defense now.
And I got a dagger, but fuck all else, so...
You can shout at them.
That's not a
Yeah,
good
that's-
idea.
No, it's not, but we've got... Never mind.
Use thaumaturgy to make a distraction from contact.
Let me check something.
That's what? 30 feet.
Hey, DM, how far away is that tent?
Oh, the caravan I'm looking at.
How far away is that
120
tent?
feet.
With the stealth roll, could I get-
120 feet.
With the stealth roll, could I get within 60 feet without being spotted for the 20?
Probably. Go there, find out.
Would I be able to, DM?
Yes.
In that case, I sincerely hope this isn't a very wise one, because I'm thinking about casting Dissonant Whispers and having him abandon his fucking post.
Well, I was considering doing silence 20 feet away from him so you can get in close pretty easily.
That would probably harm the Dissonant Whispers, because...
No, it's just a separate idea. Not at the same time, separate idea entirely.
Or, think about this one.
Yeah.
We move in, close to him, and when he pounce on him and kill him in 2 seconds.
I mean, this can just be a preemptive action, and you guys can be ready for that.
Right.
If he doesn't abandon post, I need you guys to fucking kill him.
Yeah.
So, does he pass a
You,
wisdom save of 13 and not run away?
No, he watches. He just looking around like a bit scared. You know, starts walking away. He looks pretty spooked.
I'll just gesture with my hand. Come on, this isn't gonna fucking last long.
This is pretty good. They'll think they'll saw some chupacabra or something. I don't know.
And I guess we entered the tent. Since there's no guard now.
Huzzah! All right.
Find like a bunch of stuff like stacked in baskets and stuff. Anything
Okay.
you're looking for?
You guys seen this Vorpal
Armor.
found. This Vorpal sword I found in this box called Stuff. Sweet.
Weapons or armors, or it seemed like it would be something he's guarding, so I'd like at least something, so I'm not, not wearing anything other than clothes.
Weapons, armor, shields, ammunition,
Okay.
cannons.
You don't find any weapons or armor in here.
Ah, shit.
You find like food supplies, like basic supplies and stuff. You do notice, however, a chest. It's locked.
Glance over to the monk again. Hey, you're up.
I nod and skitter over to it.
I will again
Guidance and
assist
help.
him.
Like that, yep.
Am I doing sleight of hand again, or just straight up dex this time?
Whichever one you want.
Sleight of hand.
That's
So you
that's
get that
pretty good.
21 and then plus a D4.
D4,
Okay, so
D4.
you managed to open it. You managed to
24.
open it. Okay, so it doesn't have your weapons or armor in it, but it has like all your other stuff. So your stuff that isn't weapon or armor.
Would Brooch of Shielding count as that? Because I did have that. Or
Does not
it
count a
count
weapon
as-
or armor.
Okay, then my Lantern of Revealing and Brooch
It
of
does
Shielding
not.
are in there.
Is
And my...
it-
Wait, would my instruments count?
Depends. Is your instrument weapon or an armor?
I mean, if you think about it from the perspective of a bard can use it as a weapon.
No. Shut the fuck up.
In well, by that logic, a shield isn't a weapon, nor is it armor.
No, a shield is a weapon.
No,
A
it's
shield is
not.
definitely a
No,
weapon.
no, no, not when there's specifically spiked weapons and you don't do any damage with a shield when you use it.
Well,
So I specifically have a feat to attack with a shield, and it does no damage. It just pushes them back. It's not an
Why
attack.
does
It's
it
just
say
a
from
shove.
Player's Handbook flaw?
well, good enough.
Because I've taken
now,
a flaw to get this feat. Bitch.
Oh, okay.
now
So I know. So it's what? So I'm like, why do I have Shield Master? Ah, for my flaw. So I know in 2 years' time why I've got it, as
Oh,
opposed to being like, eh?
that's
I was
good
more
enough.
concerned with it being a flaw, and I'm just like, what the?
There's probably my
that's not a flaw,
billing
though.
pin is probably in the thing in that case.
I broke
It
my
is-
phone.
Oh,
Fuck.
damn. Anyway, yeah, I guess I'll just take my Viol, my Diplomat's Pack, and my Lantern of Revealing and Brutes of Shielding.
I will take your viol off you and go. Promise me you won't play this horrible song again, and I will cast Mending on it for you
Ah, thanks.
to repair the strings. But again, don't play with depressing songs.
And play it if I'm playing it specifically at our enemies.
Yes, yes, yes. But
Yeah, but if you do that, it's gonna be friendly fire.
as long as it don't hit us. I
mean,
was
you
going to
guys
do
can-
it
you
before
have
we got
someone who-
attacked.
You have someone who can cast silence and can make sure you don't hear it.
But that means no one else will hear it.
I mean,
It's only within 20 feet.
only if they're in range.
Has anyone got an empty bottle?
I don't think so. I have a technically empty lantern currently, but that's used for seeing invisible shit.
Sorry, nothing.
Never
Might
mind.
have something in a priest pack, but I don't know what's in the priest
Except
pack.
the
It's not clear.
Diplomat's Pack.
I pull out my alchemy jug. Just be like, I was gonna make us some vials of poison.
I mean,
But-
you know what? A Diplomat's Pack has a bottle of inks and 2 flasks of oil, so I can dump both of those.
Nah, I'll
Wait,
just
and
keep.
a vial
I'll
of
just.
perform-
I
Wait.
will just keep the. I get 8 ounces of acid, so that's a couple of splashes, I assume. So I'll just keep it in.
Wait, I also have a vial of perfume, so I can dump that.
No, I'll just.
I have a water skin, if that's what you're looking for.
It's acid. I think it'll leak through a water skin.
Probably.
Actually,
But,
you do find bottles in here.
Yeah.
You find empty bottles in here.
Oh. Well, I've got 8 ounces of acid. How many bottles can I fill?
How big's the bottle?
That's kind of what we're getting out of this. You can use a alchemy jug 3 times a day, can't you?
Nope. You can
That
just
is
use. I believe you can just use it once for each of them a day. So I also, by the way, I can now create honey in fresh water and
And
mayonnaise.
mayonnaise.
Yeah.
That's
And worst comes to poison and acid. So
That's
Okay,
an
so-
unusual
okay, so
combination.
one bottle can hold 1.5 pints.
how many ounces is that? It goes by ounces in D&D law.
Ratchet,
And you're the god of this universe, so tell me.
ratchet
see.
things.
A fluid ounce is a 0.625 pints, so down to pints is about half a pint.
Half a pint.
24 ounces.
I get 8.
So you can fill a third of a bottle with it.
Or those bottles are just too big. I'll just use an ounce a splash. I'll just splash it at stuff and get 8 splashes instead.
24
also-
ounces. 24 ounces.
Right. Well, I'm not
mean,
going to
you
use
could-
any of those bottles because I'll just be. You know.
I mean, you could also make poison and dip all of the arrowheads you just got in.
I get half an ounce of poison, and that's good for like 3 arrows.
Oh, fair
And
enough.
yeah, poison not really worth it. 50 gold for it. Just get fucking oil and splash them and set them on fire. That does the same amount of damage.
It's a bit more flashy though.
Actually, that does remind me. Hey, DM? I would like to empty... How much is in a flask of oil, exactly?
It'll tell you if you look at your items. Or
No, it's in
Google
the
it.
Diplomat's
No.
pack.
Yeah. 5e oil. Or just search
It's
an
1
oil on
pint.
the...
Let's see. It holds 1 pint, so... I can fill up most of a bottle with oil. So, 2 bottles. Now, do any of you know how to make fire? Because we have 2
In the box.
Molotovs in this case.
I can. With prestidigitation. Also, I have a tinderbox. That is a question. Is there actually... Did you say there's a barrel of oil here?
No, I'm just saying I have flasks of oil. I'm going to empty both of them into the bottles because...
The flasks you get are designed to shatter.
Oh.
As an improvised weapon. This is why I said, go in the compendium and read. But as usual, you can't fucking read. This is why we say you can't read.
Listen, you motherfucker. I was thinking of making
Listen,
actual
you can't
Molotovs.
read, bitch. No excuse. Next question.
I was thinking of making actual Molotovs instead of just having it burn the fucking oil.
I want to know what food's in this tent. Can I have a look around, please?
Good idea.
I want... what food is there? I want to know.
Okay, so in one of the barrels, there's like dried fish.
Yeah.
The one there's like dried bread.
Yeah.
Another one.
Well, we have backpacks. Let's just stuff as much
There's
as we can.
dried.
No?
Yeah,
There's like dried mushrooms.
Better than nothing.
Food in there.
Well, I've got my
Bag of holding.
backpack with 10
Is that
rations in.
here as well, yeah?
You've got a bag of holding.
Yeah. It's in
We
my-
can literally just put a barrel of fish and a barrel of cheese and a barrel of bread just in your bag of holding.
So there wasn't any meat. That's sad.
I mean,
Fish is meat.
There was dried.
Yes, dried fish
Fish.
is... Yeah, that's not nice, though.
Hey, DM, I gotta
quite
ask,
nice.
can I convert my oil flasks into actual Molotovs, or would it be better to do that with the bottles because of the space?
You've already got oil flasks. Just literally rip a bit of cloth and put it in. It becoming fucking flasks. Read the description! It's not even been 2 minutes!
I know they're fucking flasks. My concern is they're too filled with oil, and it would eventually hit... The fire would hit earlier without the shattering.
Oh my god. You just make it complicated. You give yourself problems. Just say, I craft the cocktail of the Molotov kind!
Fine, I'll fucking craft 2 Molotovs and just... Who has the best ability to hit with this shit? Probably the monk.
It'll be a dex check. Crazy motherfucker.
Yeah, it's probably the monk. I'll just hand over the cloth and the 2 new Molotovs. Don't use them unless we're in fucking trouble.
Wait, am I getting handed something?
Yeah, I'm handing you 2 flasks of oil that I have converted into 2 Molotovs.
I'm gonna look at you kind of confused about these things you have handed me.
I cast minor image and an 8-bit image of you appears with a Molotov. No, 16-bit, because it's better graphics, you know. 16-bit image of you appears and it sparks it and it throws it at like 8 goblins and they go and run off screaming, and then you does the like the Digimon 8-bit you win where you jump up and give thumbs up and it's like, hey! Hey! But completely silent. And then give you a thumbs up.
Yeah, no.
I've just been tutorials, but okay. So I nod in confirmation.
I'm just going to look at him very closely. Don't fucking use them.
For the record, those things are not allowed on ships. They're very dangerous. We just don't use them.
Okay, then we have 2 Molotovs, all that food, and all of the supplies. I'm gonna put my.
Did we just empty the barrels into the bag?
No, we got bags of apparently we have a bag of holding, so we've just shoved the barrels inside, so we also have
Okay.
barrels for later.
Yeah, it's practically full, weight-wise, but chances are we've got like a month and a half's worth of food.
Those people are quite stupid.
Well,
They didn't
Speaking
put
of,
all
be
their
right back. I'm gonna get
supplies.
some cheese.
Why didn't they put all their supplies in the bag of holding? They're quite stupid.
Is there anything else left in this tent then, or have we just ransacked the joint?
We just ransacked it.
Yeah, can I do an investigation check? Can we all do investigation checks, see if we find anything else?
Yes.
All
Come
right.
on, roll big! Ah!
Okay.
Time for
Yeah.
Rolling investigation.
time for a barrage of investigation checks. I
I'm too
suppose.
busy demonstrating Molotov cocktails.
If you guys,
I'm confused. I'm confused. I'm too busy being taught how to use Molotov cocktails.
If you guys had told me before I went off to get food, I would have given someone bardic inspiration and maybe help. But okay,
Well,
I'll
don't
roll
matter.
it.
You can save it for something else.
Okay, so Rupter, you find a weirdly shaped wooden object.
I gotta put improvised dagger.
What weirdly shaped how?
It's a dildo.
If it's wooden, I don't think it will work very well. I think it might give some people
Listen,
some
if you
injuries.
file it down enough,
You aren't seen enough videos on the internet, my friend. But I'm not gonna use it.
Yeah, it's a weirdly shaped wooden object. It looks sort of like a mushroom.
it really is.
It's a dildo.
That's the weirdest. That's the weirdest belaying pin I've ever seen.
I can't believe that we've become Saints Row.
Well, I clearly haven't noticed it. I'm happy with my Molotovs, thank you.
Elias, you find a bag of full sachet of purple dust.
I I don't know if that's meant to be anything, but okay.
I walk over in his confusion, and I just walk up and just touch it, and pink, cast it once a day without
Okay.
ritual.
Okay, so what that dust is essentially a magic user can essentially sniff this dust
Also, it's
sweet.
performance enhancing drugs.
and they can either A, cast a spell once without using a spell slot, or B, use a meta magic of their choice with the spell. But once used, they will suffer a wild magic effect.
Oh.
Fun.
I'm just gonna hold the bag out and just wave it at like the others because I don't use magic, so I'm just gonna be like, anyone want it? Here.
I
You want
point to the bard.
I look at it. No, I've never done drugs before. Maybe I should.
I mean, if you don't use it, if you go unconscious and I've got no spells, I might use it, but you're probably gonna get more use. I'm more of a when I start swinging my scimitar.
Cocaine.
Should we just
You
list it
actually,
as purple
you-
cocaine?
Carlos, you find like a harmonica.
That's pretty useful.
That sounds like for me.
I can keep an harmonica. Sure. Not to use it well, but you know, you learn.
Oh no.
I'm gonna grab the harmonica real quick, take out my cleaning cloth, and wipe off the mouthpiece, then hand it back.
I cast prestidigitation
Bro,
and clean it better.
Thanks.
Hey, you find a fishing rod.
Nice sandfish.
Anyone know how to fish?
Yeah?
That was pretty decent, actually.
We live in a fucking boat.
Okay, I'll hand the fishing rod to the guy who
Yeah,
says he knows how
there.
to fish.
I am unusually excited at the prospect of us having a fishing rod.
All right,
But
we'll
you
do a
won't eat
fishing
fish.
competition sometime. How about that?
It
You only
means
have one rod.
Doesn't matter. We'll take turns. Same amount of time.
Adair, you actually find some very potent looking wine.
Ah. I'll give it a sniff. Realize how strong it is, and pass it to the person making Molotovs.
You really want to use this as a Molotov? This is some good shit. We could have buns if we get into town.
I was gonna say keep it because I can always make wine.
Are you gonna check the date of this?
I mean, I will.
Sure,
I have
I'll do that then.
in it. Probably have background in knowing
You
wine.
check the date. You check the date. It was made like a few thousand years ago.
Yeah, this is basically priceless. I say as soon as that information comes out.
Yeah, I'll put it in the bag of holding then, seeing as we're not going to be using it for anything. If we get out.
That will pay for us to have a night at a very nice inn with a very big meal if we survive.
Went by first, but
that'll buy us the whole damn inn.
Well, you know
Maybe.
what? Getting captured and whatnot, considering we got one of these wines, it doesn't sound so bad anymore.
Maybe we can threaten to smash it if they come after us. Trade it for our life.
You know what? I'll look at our guest and go, you want to have a look at round two? For guidance.
Round. Finds like a pearl.
Oh, nice. That's spellcasting material.
She just tosses it to Rupta.
What is it? Sorry, what?
A pearl.
Ooh. Pearl power or just a normal pearl?
A pearl, probably worth in some materials
Pearl.
for spellcasting.
Cool. How much is it worth? I know in character I won't know.
100.
Oh, 100. Identify worthy. Thank you.
Okay. This
I
looks
give
like
her a
all
bow and I thank you.
This looks like all we're gonna get. Do we have any further plans for how to deal with this stuff?
Well, the plan is we break everyone out and we take over the camp. That's the plan.
Oh, we could get a.
Wait,
You know what?
Wait,
Sure.
wait. We've emptied out this tent of everything worthwhile, and we need a bit of a panic to get the guards away, right?
Set it on fire.
Mm.
Yep.
Good one. While they flock, we get everyone out of their restraints, and then we start fighting.
Yep. We are gonna have to remember to keep at least one of the slavers captive so they can tell us where the fuck we are.
I'm sure one of them will survive.
See, the thing is,
Some fire,
The thing is, we want multiple of them to survive, so that we can say we only need one of you alive and demonstrate that we are perfectly willing to execute them, so that they'll talk easier.
Good point.
We need a few alive just so we can demonstrate, well, if you're not giving us any information, you can just fucking die.
Mm-hmm. So, plan is we sneak away from this tent a bit. We have our little buddy over here, point to the dangerous cobalt. Set a tent on fire. As we're going to set other people free, we'll have him set another random ass tent on fire. And then we go for 8 people. 2 distractions.
Sounds good to me.
Alright, let's make sure we don't regret setting the second one on fire.
I mean, what? Why we're gonna regret it? It's gonna be another distraction. We can
Listen,
Yeah.
we're trading a few people's lives for most of the people's lives, if there's anyone in there.
Eh.
Just make sure it's
Actually,
not.
surprised you're okay with that. Just glancing at the paladin.
Good.
But hey, bigger picture.
Just a tent. I'm not saying go and burn down a tent full of all the slaves. Just yeet it at a random tent.
Random
Outside out of mind,
tent
then I guess.
could be full of slaves. We don't know.
Hmm. But it could also
Okay.
be full of slaver scum.
Correct.
Just sacrificing a few people for the sake of everyone else.
I will
Fine.
also say I do speak Goblin.
Yeah, so you really
I
think they're gonna negotiate?
No, just throwing it out there. I forgot. It's something I learned when I was younger.
How good are you at performing? Because we could have you yell in a panic that a fire broke out as soon as we start.
Yeah. Move my hand left and right. Not very good.
Would you use a bardic inspiration for it so I have one more, so I can use that one use, or should I save it for combat?
As you're discussing this, you notice your new friend, just pop her head out and just pop her head back in. She just looks at her.
I'll glance back and open the
She
message
looks
for
at
her
you-
so she can
she-
talk. Go ahead. What do you see?
So that bugbear, he's back. Should I deal with him?
It'd probably be best to. Yeah.
Bring him back in. Bring him back in. If you can. I've got an idea. And I hold up my alchemy jug and say,
Okay.
oil.
Oh boy.
She brings him back in. Her hand is basically over his head, like her hand is bigger than his head.
You can kill
boy.
him if you need to. In fact, probably better if you do.
Womp.
Unless you guys want information.
I mean, I'd
No,
like
knock him
information
out.
first.
Oh,
Whatever.
First off,
you're
I say
probably
to-
the one who talks in goblin, so.
I say to him in Goblin, where are the other slaves? Or is he already dead?
Well, I don't think DM has described killing him yet, so.
He's already dead inside.
He just looks at you and just says in Goblin, I ain't telling.
He said he isn't telling.
Oh, give me a second then. I'm gonna go up to him with the dagger. No, one of your friends who sold me in the first place had some very interesting ideas. I'd like to try them out with you. I'm going to slowly bring the dagger up his thigh towards his, genitals. They said they were going to castrate me. Wonder how that feels. Should I roll intimidation?
Yes.
26.
Okay.
His eyes just go like dead eye wide.
I'm just going
No.
to smile at him.
You can either help and we'll make it painless, or we can make it painful. Where are they?
The other slaves are in the other tent. Just don't.
You want to keep it intact then? Good choice.
Yeah.
Slowly drag the dagger away.
You can break his neck or whatever you do.
Gnarly.
Kill me. I'll tell you more. Just don't.
Okay. Speak. Your very life depends upon it.
What do you want to know?
There we are.
You said you'd tell me more.
Alright. Where are weapons?
Also, I take off whatever weapon he has. I take them away from him.
He has a morning star and he has like 5 javelins.
I will take those javelins and hand off a morning star to the cleric.
Probably.
All right, cleric gets someone
He
else.
also
That's right.
he also has some hide armor and he has a shield.
Oh,
I
I'll
will.
take that fat shield actually.
Is hide
I'll have.
armor better than leather?
It's medium, I believe.
I can't use it.
But
I know.
I'm down for taking that hide armor. If no one else wants it.
And since no one took the other, I guess
Rip.
I'm in like really tight leather armor because the goblin, and I need light. Only chase, you know.
All right. Where is their
I'll
stuff?
just glance at the paladin. Just ask. You can ask where the closest town is and where we are.
Good question as well.
First, weapons, then I ask the other question. I ask where the nearest 3 towns are and where they are going. Some might just be off to their base, and their base might be a town.
Fair enough.
Okay. We only know where the nearest town where one town is. I think that's where uh your weapon's sold.
Whack.
A bit away from here. I think there's a village nearby, but oh, and there's some sort of ruins. The and he sort of like shudders a bit.
Your pop filter
Go
is
there.
turned off again, by the way.
What about the ruins?
He said don't go there, I think. Your pop filter's off again, DM.
Yeah, I turned it back on. Yeah, you watch this. He like shudders a bit when he mentions that robed figure. Yeah, they wanted those ruins.
I'm just going to go up to the paladin's ears. Now, I know you lot are usually aspects of justice and vengeance. He's about say about leaving him alive is stress relief for the other people we're freeing.
You don't know much about me. And I just pet him on his. Oh wait, no, he's not. He's not a halfling. Just like you don't know much about me. Just smile. Anything else we need to know?
I mean, weapons are the closest town. That seems like everything we could need.
Where's the weapon cart in this place so we can get some good weapons or slightly better?
I mean, if they have an armory, that would be nice. But
We
I
don't.
doubt it.
We don't really have a weapons cart. It does have weapons on them though.
Oh, here's one. Do you have any place where the guards usually hang out when they're off shift? You could burn that place down first.
Look,
Yeah,
we don't really have a place to hang out. Okay, we just hired a person.
Right, mercenaries. It happens.
Okay, fair enough.
No?
What you well with it?
Lydia will try and make it clear that he wants to know how strong this leader is. Like, he's trying to get you to ask that, just so we know for reference.
Yeah. How strong is the person who's in charge in this camp?
Wait, you mean from us goblins, or do you mean the person that hired us? Like,
I feel like
Let's
the person-
say,
Well,
let's
was a
say in the
weird-looking person,
immediate
wasn't there?
vicinity.
Who was the one who had silence again? Because I'm going to go ahead and glance at him. By the way, that guy with the staff probably is a spellcaster, so be prepared to silence him.
All good.
yeah, if we're talking about the guy that we're talking about that rogue figure, then look, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think if any of us took us on in full on, we would be able to deal with that person. Saying,
Ah, what bad luck we got. Do you know anything about him?
no, they just paid us an asset. Adamant on buying you guys though. Don't know why.
Well, whatever. We got out. That's what matters.
You got our information. Should we go gather the rest of the gang and start our plan before that and sneak out in the confusion with everyone else?
Yeah, we got all the supplies.
Mm-hmm.
Knock him
Okay.
over the head and that's it.
We should probably not leave him in the tent if we're gonna burn it and we want to leave him alone.
No, I've got an idea. I've got an idea.
Uh,
Just knock him out.
the goblin start the bugbear starts speaking to you, Rupta, in goblin.
Hmm?
You sure about freeing that one? He just just gives the just a very
Side-eye.
strong woman a stare.
Hey, you locked us up, and you locked her up even more. As far as I'm concerned, for now, she's an ally, and she seems to think the same. And I look at her and go, for now, are we allies for now? Yes or no?
I'm just going to send a message. Oh, thanks for the help, by the way, because I realized I haven't thanked her yet.
Goblin just gives a head nod. I'm
Oh,
just
fuck.
gonna be on a level with you here. She kind of gave us a hard time, and she gave that robed figure a hard time as well. But,
I mean,
odd few hundred or so people just to get her.
I have no intent in fighting her right now, and look, you locked us up. I know you're trying to bargain for your life, but it's part of the job, friend. You know the dangers.
It isn't a bargain. I'm just giving you like a heads up. Like
I can't believe we freed the big bad evil guy.
something about her is off. Okay,
Seems polite to me.
normal.
I tell the group. Apparently, it took about 100 people to get a big friend here.
I'm gonna go insight check that fucking bugbear because I'm sure he's lying out of his ass in some form. What does an 18 tell me?
He's not lying. Like he genuinely looks concerned.
I'm just gonna raise my eyebrows. Huh. Well, she's on our side for now, so good enough.
We might
Well,
have to
that's
have a talk then later. Later is not now.
I mean, she hasn't done much. Yeah, we need to get out of here.
That's a problem for future, hey, fuck that guy.
What's everyone's passive perception?
18.
Mine is
some-
13.
Mine's a mighty 10.
18.
15.
For me, is 15.
18. Okay. Plus, you notice like lots of screaming and shouting coming from outside.
Oh,
Someone make
that's our
breakfast
cue.
early.
That's our cue to leave.
Alright,
Let's start
You
to
can-
panic.
knock this guy out then, or do whatever you want to do.
She just crushes his head.
Oh,
There
well,
we go.
Yeah, fair enough.
well,
Shall we set this place on fire?
yep.
Right,
No, we're gonna set
I've
it
got
on
one.
fire.
As you step outside,
Oh, I was going to say,
basically just chaos. Like there's
Wait.
just goblins, hobgoblins, and bugbears just falling left, right, and center. Like magical explosions going off.
I think someone got the idea before us.
Either that or the employer is pissed off that we escaped.
They couldn't have possibly found out this quick.
I mean, we did leave a dead
Atlas,
body.
you
in our
also
tent.
know. Atlas, you also notice something. You notice that the one from before, her face is like it's gone from jovial to like very like to a frown.
You mean the
You got-
the strong
I'll just send a
woman with
message.
us?
Yeah, I'll just send a message. You got an idea who's doing this then?
Yeesh. Well, you're strong enough. Just do your thing. All right, folks, we're charging in.
She just looks at you. I suggest you. She responds with the message. She uses time to run away.
I'm going to
One
use
way
a
thinks we
perception
should
check.
run. Let's grab everyone else and get the fuck out of here.
oh,
Before we leave, am I right to roll a perception check to see if I notice specifically who's doing the explosions? Maybe see if we can point it out.
Smoke perception.
Yep. No,
Is
okay.
anybody going to help him, or is he just
I would have helped if he said he was going to. Then yeah.
looking around carefully? You notice like rising up from the sand, using crossbows, and some of them like waving staffs.
Oh, good sand people. Alright, we should get the fuck out of here.
At you.
Yeah, I didn't stop to look around. I dashed back to our tent to wake up the rest of the
Blast and get
party.
out of here.
Yeah. Yeah,
Should we cause more chaos with the Molotovs, or should we just go?
Well, I did say before we went out, I splashed the oil I had in my alchemy jar all around, and I was going to cast Prestidigitation. Just didn't get a chance to say it. 'Cause that can crit spark, so I'd have lit that on fire before we left it.
Yeah, as you're running away, you notice a hobgoblin just attempting to like rush you.
Well, throw a javelin at him! Motherfucker!
17 to hit.
Did he actually hit?
Yeah, it just kind of like narrowly misses him. He rushes at Heya, rushes with his longsword.
Hey, I know I'm popular, but I'm sorry, you're too ugly for me. This is mockery.
Does an 18 hit?
Yeah. I have 13 armor class.
He takes 7 slashing as he just hits the sword with at you.
It's because I called you ugly? Oh. You're uglier when you're mad.
Yeah.
As he attempts another slash, an arrow just hits him square in the head. His head just explodes.
What?
Should get the fuck out of here. We can deal with injuries later. Move, move, move!
None of you just gonna attempt to just
Pick up his longsword and throw the scimitar.
He also has a shield.
I'll take the shield, so I've definitely got one. And I'll
He
throw the
has some
scimitar
chain.
to...
I have longsword
He has some
proficiency, so I
chainmail
like
as
that.
Alright,
He also has some chainmail as well.
It's going to take too long to strip the body. Just toss it in the bag of holding and grab what you can.
I'll just slam him over my shoulder and start
Okay,
running.
so he has a chainmail, shield, longsword, and longbow, plus 20 arrows.
I'll
It's pretty good.
yeah,
I can use the longsword.
I will
That's
technically
okay.
take all of them, but I will pass the scimitar on to anyone who wants it. I'll just throw it behind me and grab the longsword. But
You're using it. Okay. I have very specific proficiency in it, and I don't have it in much.
longsword's what I need to get my extra damage and shit. It's how
Okay,
the
that's fine.
paladin will build instead of great swords.
That's fine then. I just know that is scimitar simple considered, or
I believe so.
Scimitar
I
is
believe-
a martial weapon.
It's martial. It's a martial.
but- Yeah, I don't have a weapon I can use outside of the dagger. Then okay, then.
Scimitars are OP, so
Okay.
Decent. Yeah.
Sheesh.
So we're just bolting out of this chaos now. We could cause more chaos on the way out if we just toss the Molotov somewhere, but
Guess not.
it's good to have extra weapons.
Yeah, we're in a cutscene. No point throwing weapons.
yeah, you run for like an hour or so. Eventually, like all the explosion and noises die down. You notice you're just smack dab in the middle of the desert. Like there's nothing around you.
Well,
fuck.
we remember where the village was, right?
Hope so.
I assume we ran in that direction. So got him to tell us.
We ran in any other
You
direction.
can go there. You can go there. You can go there now, but like you're running randomly, so
Yeah, I guess.
Fuck. Whatever.
As we know which direction the village is, and we should probably start heading there. It's better than staying out in the sands where there's evidently sand bandits.
Eyes on the horizon, eyes on the horizon, eyes on the horizon.
Look, if you feel bad about the other captives, we at least made an attempt before things went to shit. Or we were gonna make an attempt.
Good argument, I guess.
Look, you can't say we weren't gonna try.
Look, we're alive, and that's what matters, right? Mm-hmm.
We have some water, we have some freaking food, and I'm out of my element.
Let's just head towards the town before those fucking bandits hit us again.
Well, at least there's...
survival check then.
Survival checks. And we only need one person who has the best, and you want fucking bardic inspiration on top of it to make sure we don't get fucked.
I have a fat 3 on it.
I have a 1, so
+5 from me, so I guess that's me doing it then.
you want a bardic inspiration on top just in case
What-
you get fucked by
what-
dice.
What we checking?
Oh,
Survival.
survival.
Oof.
You want an extra bardic inspiration on top of it to go with your guidance in case you get fucked by dice.
Say save
We'll
it
give
for
you
now.
help.
Like, it could be important later.
Help, guidance, and bardic inspiration.
That's good.
Give it all.
There we go. There you go.
4.
So, 25.
That's a 25.
You carefully memorize the actions the bugbear gave you, and you also remembered the direction in which you guys were running in randomly, so you pinpoint exactly where to go to get to the village.
Okay, let's start moving before the sun comes up. I, for one, would rather not be roasted.
We
Makes
take
sense.
So
those.
yeah, at this point, you guys are starting to like get hungry and thirsty.
Well, we do have the food and drink. I'll just take a piece of cheese for now, if that's okay.
I'll
She said
take
there was some.
I'll take some bread and some cheese and some fish. Maybe
They will
some
make
water.
the suggestion to take a short rest to make sure that we're all healthy in that first.
I'd rather get to town before the sun comes up and we roast.
Well, if we're going to be stopping to eat, then
We,
I mean,
we
if he
can
makes a
walk.
sandwich, he can walk and eat.
Yeah.
fair enough. And yeah, we'll just
I mean,
grab.
if you took damage or you need to take a short rest, we can do, but
I haven't taken any damage. I'm just asking if anyone needed to.
I'm the only one who's
He
taking
would ask.
damage, and I mean, I'm the only one who's taking damage, and even I'm just like, we need to fucking move now. There's bandits out there.
That's fine then. I'll just use a Cubans on you. Just make sure you're healthy.
Oh, no, it's fine. We just need to fucking move. We'll be
Just a
fine
touch.
after some sleep.
That's fine then, yeah.
Just remember, always have some vegetables.
Keep on going towards the village, or are you going to sleep in the desert?
We're gonna go towards the village because even I'm just like, yeah, I'm the only one injured, and I'm just, there's bandits out here. It's gonna fucking scorch us alive when the sun comes up. Let's get somewhere where there's shelter.
yeah. Unless someone can
Okay,
use
so in
mold
that
earth
case,
and build us a shelter.
In that case, you will take a point of exhaustion.
Yup.
I didn't we would, but
No sleep one day, exhaustion.
it's better to at least have a place to rest that isn't in the fucking scorching, baking sun.
Correct.
Wait, hold on a second. Doesn't Hey your house before this?
Do I?
Oh no, we didn't read.
I told you, I
Well,
don't know how to
trade
read.
Song of Rest. No, Song of Rest doesn't do that.
Not that. Not that.
You could tell him because he can't fucking read. Just instead of saying,
It's from
don't
your
you have
advanced
something?
mod.
Is it in the Battle Hymn focus or which part of it?
Oh, exploration axe.
Oh, Exploration Axe. Let me check. Even when abroad, you are at most at home and surrounded by those who love you or at least tolerate you. You start with one bard and Exploration Axe of your choice, or Exploration Axe are at the end of the last description. An axe known. Marching song. You know how to inspire and motivate your companions as they travel. Allies within 30 feet of you travel 1 mile per hour faster than normal. Your party cannot use stealth while traveling in this manner. So I guess I'm just going to take my fucking viol and just do a fucking marching military theme for us.
We do be inspired to walk faster.
Move faster.
Trying to get away from you. This fucking song!
It's not depressing this time!
It's depressing because who gets to decide if a song is depressing? It's the listener.
Fuck you. And I mean this in the most non-bardic way possible. Fuck you.
What does that even mean?
Means I'm not horny!
Aloes grabs the harmonica and does a ditty, just for the sake of being obnoxious.
I at some point I would have stripped the thingy down.
Gotten this shit.
I would not
We have
mind
2 shields
chainmail.
now.
Does anybody want this hide armor?
It's...
I've already got chainmail equipped, so it saves me easy from fucking around.
I can't use it. Medium armor. Why?
Let me look at the hide armor.
Yeah, that's... That chainmail is mine! From previously.
Hide armor is 12 plus 2. Sure. I'll take it.
Yeah, it's medium. Meanwhile, I'm stuck in this fucking goblin-sized leather armor, just really fucking chafes. God damn it.
Sure, I'll take the hide armor.
Sit on back.
And yeah, let's march towards the town.
My AC's back to 18. Yay.
Actually, DM, I got a question.
What is the
Fine.
meaning of life?
I mean that too, but also with the marching song that I know that, you know, is getting us faster, will we reach the town before exhaustion sets in, or... Since it's a mile per hour faster.
I'll be honest, if it is it exhaustion from staying up as we're walking.
I think it's exhaustion from staying up, yes.
That's the DC 10 con check, if I remember correctly.
No.
If you beat it.
If you
Like,
do not,
DM is dead
if you
again,
do not
what the fuck?
sleep, then you just
What
get
the
an exhaustion
fuck?
point.
DM is fucking dead.
That is quite hilarious.
Guys,
Anyone want to revive DM, please?
I don't know if he's going to be. He said he's
I
been
will
having
try.
internet trouble.
Probably an internet problem, knowing him.
He's completely offline though.
He's still on my roll 20, but I'll refresh and see if that changes.
Yeah, I probably will.
He's on my roll 22. I just...
Man's probably dead. He has been deceased from electrical
Ah, he's
problems.
still on roll 20 on my end.
What the hell? Who the hell?
Is that your vibrator going off?
What the fuck?
It wouldn't be a game with GM without technical difficulties.
True.
We just wrap it up here if he doesn't show up in a bit.
Well, if he doesn't show up, yes.
How long you guys want to wait? Because I could just use the restroom real quick.
Enough
sit down.
enough for you to use the restroom.
I was gonna say I'm gonna go Lou. We'll wait.
Okay. I guess if we get back and he's not back, we can just call it here, and I can ask if exhaustion hits faster than us getting to the village with that.
But
Or town or whatever the fuck.
But I am pretty sure that if we don't sleep, we just get exhaustion automatically.
Yeah, I think it is. I'm just more on the point of if we get there fast enough, do we still take the exhaustion, or can we find somewhere?
Yeah,
to
yeah. If we can get to sleep in the village, then
yeah.
So is it snack break time?
Sounds like it, yeah.
Ooh.
yararira yararira. What kind of baby am I listening to? Relief.
Well, I'm back. I might make a glass or something of fucking, I don't know, lemonade to see if he's back by then, though.
The joys of internet problems.
If he's not back by the time I'm done fixing like a pitcher of lemonade, though, I think we should just call it.
Fair enough.
Fair is fair. Fair is fair. Lemonade making sound effects. It appears it is a no. Well, in that the case,
I say wait until 8 o'clock. Money's been given 20 minutes.
what? Give him 3 minutes?
20 minutes. 8 o'clock, we'll give him 20 minutes to come back.
There should be plenty of time to hopefully rectify issues.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this is already a good enough, whatchamacallit, cliffhanger. Yes.
I'm back.
Huzzah! Alright, perfect. Now you can DM.
All right. Where were we?
In the part where you gave out magical items for no reason.
All right. You all get a sphere of annihilation, which activates immediately as soon as you touch it. Roll new characters, level 1.
Ah!
So, no, back off of him then.
That should be it for this session then.
Aye.
I'll make the executive decision. I also don't want the VOD to have 20 minutes of nothing.
True. We can always cut it down. Just end it there then.
Someone else will. Alright.
So he's not back then?
Nope. We stop here.
Guess we call it then.
See you later.
See you next week.
Choo-choom.